Hi friends, in today's video we are going to create this map follow animation. This is a very popular and trending After Effects animation. So we will create a composition 1920 and 1080. Choose the frame rate. I am choosing 30. Click OK. Now just bring in your media. I will bring this airplane and this map outline. Bring your map inside this comp, and this is a little bigger because the comp size is smaller than this map. We will adjust it, and let's turn this layer into 3D quickly. 3D, and select this layer, press S and scale it down, and let's do it 50%. Now we have to create a path from one place to another place on which the airplane as well as the camera will move on. Just deselect any layer if you have selected any. Go to pen tool and press once, and when you press click it and just drag outward, and your handle will come out, and let's give it a little bit of curve. So we have this path and we have this our map. Now let's bring airplane on the top of this. First of all, just turn these layers also into 3D, and right now it seems a little bigger, so press S and scale it down to maybe 20. Okay, this looks okay, cool. Now we are going to give it an animation, but before that, okay, now let's create a null object first. New and null object. We will assign this path to this null object to move on. Okay, so just select your shape layer, bring it down, contents, shape, path 1, and select the path, and just command C, just press P to bring its position parameters. Click on position and command V. So now we have you know assigned this path as its motion path. Press U and you will see the keyframes. And now I don't want it to end on 2 seconds. If you want it to be a little longer, maybe I want the animation to be 5 seconds. So what you can do is press option or alt and then drag this keyframe, last keyframe, to the point where you want the animation last, right? So I'm dragging it to 5 seconds. Now you can see that our null is traveling on the path from point A to point B. So now we have to parent or link our plane to this null so that this plane inherits the motion path of this null. But before that, keep in mind that you have to adjust its starting point to this place. Just drag this to maybe here. I want the plane's anchor point to be at its tail. All right, and for that we will select the anchor point tool and bring the anchor point to its tail, so it will animate from here only. All right, no problem. Till now, reselect your transformation tool, reposition the plane, maybe here, and now we have to first orient it on, approximately towards this direction, so that when the animation starts it is already facing the correct position. Okay, and for that, okay, and I have turned this null also to 3D, keep in mind. Okay, so or we will open the transformation positions and orientation, and now we will just move it on the Z axis, and we will give it its initial position. All right, till till now everything looks great. Bring down the position parameter of airplane and position parameter of null, and connect its position parameter to null object's position parameter. Okay, cool. Now let's just play it, and you can see that our plane is already moving on the path on which the null object was moving on, but it is not aligned to the path yet. So what we have to do is uh, come to home, press home, and select your airplane layer, right click and go to transform and auto orient. So it will bring this dialog box, and we want to orient along the path. So select this, orient along the path, click OK. And sometimes what happens is the its initial orientation just changes a little bit, and it just disappears. So don't worry about that. Just go to airplanes transformation tools and go to orientation, and the problem is maybe in this y-axis. So when I will turn it into 90-degree, this will become visible again. All right, and we will have to change its z orientation also again. So let's change its z orientation. Okay, and maybe this is okay, 210. Let's check it out. Cool, it's a little bit off, but just come to the starting point and adjust it again, maybe right here. Okay, and now you can, what can you do is just check it by playing it. Now it is going on the path. Even if it is a little bit off, don't worry about that. Now just turn these two keyframes also to easy ease, and now we have to add a camera that will follow along the path on the position of this plane. Okay, and let's bring a new camera. 50 millimeter is okay, one node camera, and okay. Before we connect this camera to this null object and it starts following this path, we have to initially adjust its position. We want this plane in the center of the view of the animation, so we are adjusting our camera's initial position accordingly. Okay, and this looks okay, and now you can see that this area of our map, its boundary is visible. Don't worry about this. So now what you have to do is just adjust some camera options. Go to camera options, zoom it a little bit. Let's zoom all the way to, I think, 5000. Okay, this looks cool, at least right for right now. And don't worry, we will adjust this also. Okay, yeah, so the initial position seems okay. Now let's animate the camera, and for that let's parent it to our null object. Our camera is also following the path and the airplane from one point to another. Okay, all right, so now we have to scale a little bit so its boundary will not be visible. Okay, so for that what you have to do is select all these things, right click and pre-compose, move all the attributes into the new composition. All right, okay, now we have this comp 1, and we can scale this entire comp so that no individual element will be affected or will go out of place or go off. So make it 3D. Well, and the scale can be a little bit, all right, maybe this. And when you will play the animation right now, it looks perfect. Okay, this looks cool. Now we just have to adjust a few settings of this path. I want to create some gaps in this stroke path. Okay, and to create that, just select dashes, press plus, and now you can see that it has a few gaps. If you want to decrease or increase, okay, let's just do it 40, I think. Okay, 40 is okay. So we have this. Now we want to animate this path also, right? We want to make it look like the plane is creating a path behind it when it is going from point A to point B. What we will have to do is add some trim path to this path. So to add some trim path, what we have to do is select the path 1, and come here to add, and add to trim paths animation to it. When you click trim paths, you will see that trim paths options are now available to us. So go to the end of your animation, click the timer, and keep it 100% when you are at the end of the animation. Now just come to home and change this endpoint to 0%. All right, so that when you are starting, this is 0%, and when you reach, this will become 100%. Okay, now let's just convert these keyframes to easy keyframe assistant, easy or F9. Now you will see that when this plane is going on, the path is forming along with it. So friends, we learned to create a map follow animation in After Effects. So I hope I was able to make it easy for you to understand it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you would have enjoyed the tutorial, and in the next video also we will learn some amazing After Effects techniques, and please do subscribe the channel. Have a good time. Goodbye.